What's up, guys?
I'm Carly.
I'm Gabby,
and we're the queens of all things horror. So if this is your first time seeing our channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button to see any more of our future posts and click the notification bell to get notified every single time we post, and follow us on our Instagram at Qoath.horror.
So for today's video, we're going to be doing our top 3 favorite horror movies from an array of decades for horror. So we're starting with the 50s and we're going to end off with the 2010s plus.
Yes. And this is honestly a challenge for us because we have a hard time just picking top 10s.
Yeah,
so
let alone top 3.
We spoke about this video idea, but we didn't show each other's like list. So this is gonna be like, you know,
a nice surprise.
Yeah, a nice surprise. Okay, so like another like thing to keep in mind, we're just saying this because we're just super indecisive, so just bear with us.
Very indecisive.
Yeah, but our cravings for different horror movies, different subgenres changes over time.
And also, you know, just because we didn't mention a certain movie, it doesn't mean we don't crave it right now. Because, like we said, interchangeability and indecisiveness.
Yeah, and like also if we don't mention a movie, that movie could also be in like, maybe that's like a top 10, but we just didn't mention it because we're doing top 3. Okay, so the first decade that we're going to be doing, it's going to be like a combination of both the 50s and the 60s, just because it kind of leads into that whole like era.
So the first movie that I have for the 50s is House on Haunted Hill, 1959. She has that too.
I have that
You
too.
could just say that right now.
Yeah. I have that too. That's like one of my top 3s.
And we both. Well, I'm just gonna speak for us both.
Yeah.
Well, we can speak together. We love that movie. First of all, Vincent Price is in it.
Yeah, and we're like officially like obsessed with him. Like he's like our new obsession. So
yeah. So the next one that I have for 50s is House of Wax, 1953. This one is also with Vincent Price, icon. I saw this movie in 12th or 11th grade when I was in my drama film class because my teacher was obsessed with this movie. And the next movie she also exposed me to, it's Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. I think, it's 1958. That movie is very psychological. It is so underrated, honestly, because I feel like not a lot of people talk about this movie.
I actually haven't seen it, so
yeah. So those are the 50s that we have.
Okay, so I'm going to do my top. Well, my top 3 was a mixture of like the late 50s going into the early 60s because I haven't really seen a lot of the earlier 50s films. So, you know, I want to get myself exposed to that, which is super cool. So my early 60 film is Carnival of Souls.
I put that as well.
1962. I adore this film. I discovered it and I told Gabby to watch it, and it terrifies me.
There was this one scene that we discussed at the ending on the beach.
The ending.
We both had, we watched it at different times, we both had anxiety.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
it's such
50s and 60s movies, like they terrify the audience in a different manner.
Yeah.
I love this movie too. Like House on Haunted Hill and Carnival of Souls, like those are 2 movies that really did something to us as horror fans for earlier decades, and it's just so great to like relate to each other on that.
So the last movie, I know I'm speaking for the both of us, for the 60s is Psycho. 1960, we all know Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. It's an amazing movie.
Absolutely incredible.
We love it. Black and white again.
Oh my god. It's a masterpiece. Norman Bates,
we love him.
Obviously. And the thing is, honestly, all of the 50s and 60s movies that we've chosen, they are masterpieces.
Yeah. That's when you know, like that whole like era was just like a master of terror. Like so many amazing directors and just so many incredible movies that really impact the horror genre.
For the last movie for my 60s, it's The Brain That Wouldn't Die in 1962. That movie, honestly, that movie, like it messed me up when I saw it. Because, well, first of all, the acting, amazing.
Oh yeah.
The music, the jazz music.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it!
It was beautiful, but also it was so creepy because the way that they would portray the jazz music for the doctor's schemes to, to get the body for his wife. The way that the movie in general, it really makes you think how far somebody will go for their loved ones.
Alright, so now we are going to do the 70s, and I'm gonna go first listing my top 3s. I'm sure we have some similar ones. Alright, so the first one for the 70s, I am sure you guys all know before I even spit it out of my mouth, is Halloween 1978. We all know. We all
know
had a
she
feeling.
is Halloween.
Oh, it's my movie. So Halloween 1978. I absolutely love that movie. I'm not gonna get into it. You guys know I love it. She knows I love it. We all love it. We all love it. So yeah, let's just all be one big happy family. The next movie that I put for the 70s, I absolutely love this movie. My mom introduced it to me, and it's Carrie, 1976. I love Carrie. I don't watch it often as I would like to watch it, but I love this movie. And the last movie that I put is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of course, 1974. And we recently did a whole review on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. We love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise
So much.
It's one of the franchises that's not really talked about a lot.
Yeah, it is an underrated franchise.
Yeah, like relative, like when you look at it relative to the other ones, you know, like Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, if you like it that way.
And I actually had the exact same list as Carly.
Oh, really?
Halloween 1978, obviously Michael Myers, Hello. Carrie, 1976, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, 1976.
Amazing. I really don't watch it often as well, but doesn't. It's such a good movie,
and it doesn't take away its value.
Exactly.
Even if you don't watch it often.
And of course, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. I love that movie so much. That was one of the first like gruesome gore movies I saw when I was like a younger person, and it's just stuck with me. Leatherface icon. It's very underappreciated. So yeah, we have the same list for the 70s. So now we're gonna start with the 80s. The 80s is one of our favorite decades, and we were just talking about this, it was really hard.
And also 80s is prime time for
prime
horror.
time.
80s horror, we all know, we all vibe. So this is difficult.
We were struggling really hard. So we're just gonna get started. So my first 80s movie, this is not a surprise, it is Return of the Living Dead, 1985.
I'm sure.
This is my movie. I identify with this movie. The punk.
Your shirt.
Yeah, it's my shirt. Literally, this movie is everything that I could ever want. Horror comedy. There is gore. There is punk style punk music. Like it's me. So it's me. Return of the Living Dead, 1985. That's a given. Next, I have Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. Of course, Freddy Krueger. Like we're not even gonna get into this. Like I love that movie. I love him. Oh my god. Okay, and then my last one is Slaughter High. Okay. Slaughter High, 1986. I think I've seen this movie like 4 times now in the last year. Oh my god, it is honestly, it's one of my favorite movies in general.
Oh my god.
It's amazing. If you haven't seen it, watch it. There's a really unique killer. It's a great slash. Oh my god, it's so good.
It's so amazing. So now we're gonna shift into my top 3s, but as you can see, I put Slaughter High as one of my top 3s too.
I had a feeling we would get Slaughter High. I had a feeling.
Yeah, I put Slaughter High as one of my top 3s. So the next movie that I put on my list for my top 3s of the 80s is Halloween 2, 1981. Yeah, I love this installment in the franchise. It's one of my, honestly, like I can't even like pick my favorite in the Halloween franchise, but Halloween 2 is so good. It's a great sequel to the original Halloween. I love it, so that's why I put it. And the next movie that I put is Friday the 13th, Part 6. 1986.
Jason Lives. Okay,
yes.
Part 6. Jason
Yes.
Lives.
Yes.
Hi.
It's one of my favorite installments in the franchise.
For sure. That movie is so good.
It's so good.
And the thing is, it is underrated in the franchise because people don't.
Okay, so now we're up to the 90s. 90s vibes for horror movies. Amazing. We love 90s teen vibes.
Yes.
And that's basically what the horror genre was like about there in the 90s. Very like teeny, but like teens and yeah, just a lot of fun stuff. Okay, so the first on my list for the 90s horror film. This is more like a psychological thriller, but I still consider it in the horror genre, but like in that subgenre. You feel me? So it's Jacob's Ladder, 1990. Guys, this movie, first of all, this movie is very long, but it deserves to be that length. I watched it over the summer, another random watch, and I honestly couldn't stop thinking about it, and I really want to watch it again, but I just don't have the time because it's 2 hours. It's like, I think it's almost 2 hours long.
Wow.
But you have to like sit down and watch it, and I sat through it, and I loved it. I love Jacob's Ladder. It's so good.
I didn't watch it yet, but in the future.
Yeah, we're getting there, so it's good.
Yeah.
So the next film that I put on my 90s list, I'm sure you have it, and it is Scream
1996.
Hi.
We love this movie so much. We could cry.
Ghostface. We all love him.
Wow.
Sydney Prescott, we just spoke about her.
Billy
in our last-
Loomis.
Oh my god.
Oh. Goodbye. Like, we're married to them.
Yeah. So that's another
Yeah,
great movie.
so good.
And the last film that's on my top 3 list for the 90s, I'm 100% sure that you have it because we love this trilogy. It is The First Cube, 1997.
I'm craving it.
Yeah, like
No.
you gotta watch it like soon.
Oh yeah.
Guys, this trilogy. First of all, the trilogy in general is very underrated, and
Ooh.
this film, like the first installment, is super underrated. It kind of goes under the radar a lot.
Yeah.
And it was pre-Saw, but it's like that same vibe.
Yeah.
But we love it so much.
And the thing is, it made us really think for days about it.
And the emotions were like all over the place.
Ooh.
We were scared, we
Yeah.
were nervous, we were upset, we were like actually mad.
We were mad.
That one character that was like being like
Good.
so annoying.
No.
Don't want to spoil it, but guys,
Yeah.
watch it.
And then for my final is The Curve 1998.
Why did I know about that?
It's an.
I love The Curve.
We both love The Curve.
Oh my
Oh
God.
god, we did a review on it.
We'll leave a
wow.
link in the description.
This movie is just something that we really relate to.
Yes.
Because of the college vibes and this movie's so underrated.
Yeah, so underrated. Please
Yeah.
watch the reviews so that you can really understand what we're talking
Yeah.
about, because we're not going to go into that right now. But watch the review, watch the movie, vice versa.
It's just clear that
You
we
won't
love
regret
it.
Yes.
Yeah. So now we're going into the 2000s. So the first one, it is obvious. I know it's on Carla's list as well. Saw 2004. Well, and the thing is, when we say Saw 2004, we mean the entire franchise because
Yeah.
this franchise is like wow.
And also the franchise basically isn't the whole like 2000s like era,
Yeah.
except for like the new one, Jigsaw.
Okay, no, goodbye. So like Saw franchise in general, like that is a given. John Kramer's our dad. No,
Yeah.
actually he's our grandpa.
Our grandpa,
we love
Tobin
him.
Bell, hello.
Hello.
We love the Saw franchise. We love studying the Saw
Yes.
franchise because the Saw franchise is very complex. We talk about this every
It's
time we bring up the Saw
beautiful.
franchise.
Yes. Okay, and then for my second one, this is also a given. Dead Silence 2007. Hi.
This is so sad.
This movie is so underrated.
Oh
When I was first like getting in, this was one of the major modern
Yeah.
movies that I ever watched, and I remember when me and her first met, I introduced
I was
this
just
movie to
about to
her,
say that.
and it became like one of our favorite moderns
Yeah.
ever.
Like this movie, like this is a good movie. Like in general, it's a completely beautiful masterpiece. We all know we're gonna rave about it.
It is a masterpiece.
But like for me personally, this movie holds a lot of meaning to it because
Yeah, me too.
when we first met, like the first time I heard that Gabby loves horror movie, she recommended Dead Silence to me. I watched it that same night, and I like instantly fell in love with Dead Silence, and I like instantly fell more in love with Gabby because I was
Yeah.
like,
She gets it. She gets
I was
it.
like, oh my god, she knows. So like this movie, like in general, like aside from like the technical like review of it, it just holds a lot of meaning
Yeah.
to both of us.
It really does.
So that's another reason why we love it like a lot.
And then I have Dawn of the Dead 2004. This movie holds such a meaningful place in my heart because, as Carly knows, this
Yeah.
was the pivotal
Yep.
movie when I was little that got me into horror. Like, I know people love the original Dawn of the Dead, but I'm not a fan. I love this remake. It has anything that I could want in a horror movie, and
Right.
it's a very important movie to me. And without this movie, I would not have gone into modern horror and classic horror.
Okay, so for my top threes, the first one was Saw 2004. We saw that, we reacted, we're yelling.
We're actually yelling.
The second film that I put, this was another film that Gabby recommended to me, was The Descent 2005. Oh my god, that movie gave me anxiety. First
Me
of all.
too. Oh my god.
I created like
Oh my god.
claustrophobia. Like that movie. Oh my god, it's gory. It's the tension is very high. And yeah, no, The Descent is it's a beautiful movie and the story is amazing. It's something like you've never really seen before. And the last film that I put for my top 3s for the 2000s is actually an anthology, and it's Trick or Treat.
Oh, I knew you were gonna put that.
Yeah. Oh my god, first of all, my son's in it.
Baby Sam.
I love this anthology. It is so beautiful. The stories, one of the best anthologies I've seen. I know sometimes anthologies, they're like a little all over the place, and the stories are kind of
like they don't mesh well.
Yeah, they don't mesh well. This one, and the Halloween vibes just makes you like want Halloween every
it makes
single
you
day.
just crave being in a Halloween setting with your best friends.
Exactly, like just trick or treating, with the streets filled with like the leaves, all the decorations, that's jack-o'-lanterns, and oh my god, amazing. All right, so we are down to our last hour. We are like making our way into the 2010s plus. I'll do my top 3 first for the 2010s and plus. Here we go. So the first one is a given for me because hi, it's me. Halloween 2018. I made that my number 1 for the 2010s and plus. I absolutely love this movie. I think it was incredibly well done. I think the story was perfect as to be a direct sequel from the original movie. I loved it. I thought whatever I was expecting from that movie, I got it.
I just say she was like crying during the movie. She was
crying.
holding my hand and like
I almost broke her hand inside.
Yeah, she did. So yeah, obviously, like I'm not surprised that she chose this movie because this is it's her franchise.
Exactly. So the second movie that I picked, it's somewhere on your list, and this is actually a movie that Gabby recommended to me. You're gonna like yell. I think A Cure for Wellness.
That's on my list. No! Sorry. This was like as soon as I saw the trailer, like this was a movie that I was looking forward to. Like I haven't looked forward to a modern horror movie until this one for a long time. And when I saw it in the theater, I saved my ticket. It was just this movie. It really left such a big impression in my heart.
So the last film that is on my top 3 list for the 2010s plus is Would You Rather 2013. I'm sorry, this movie, I love this movie. And the reason why I love this movie is because the, I guess you would call him the antagonist in the film.
The host?
Yes. What's his name? Mr. Shepard Lamb Brick. His sarcasm. I live for his sarcasm. Guys, he is upset. And he makes these jokes. And he like says these things like at the wrong moment, but like the right moment for me because I'm like, yeah, it's like you're supposed to say it. And everyone's like,
literally her best friend.
We're besties. And everyone's like, in the movie, like he says these things and everyone's like, what's wrong with you? Like you're psycho. And he's he like says these things like he's like
casually.
Yeah, like casually. And I'm like, me.
So A Cure for Wellness is also on my top 3. The next one for me, this movie gets so much unnecessary hatred, but I don't care. As Above, So Below 2014. I saw this in theaters. This was a movie that I fell in love with instantly. This movie takes place in Paris High. This movie gave me such anxiety. I had to pause this movie like 5 million times. This movie, I love this movie so much I could cry. Okay. And then I have Chained 2012.
Oh my god. I was like debating, do I put that on? Keep going.
Chained 2012, we both love. We love this movie so much. Like I don't even have words.
Yeah, like it's like we're basically speechless every time we talk about this movie. But we did do a review on it, so you can read the description.
This movie, it's so underrated, and it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's a modern horror masterpiece.
Yeah. When we're talking about movies, like whether it be like over video call, like or in person, or like when we're hanging out, this is what we do. We make a scene, and people think that like someone's getting murdered because we're yelling.
Exactly.
And there are like no words because we're like, like, do you ever just like crave a movie?
Oh my
god,
god, yes.
And then when you watch it, you cry after because you're happy.
Oh my god. Literally, guys, if you haven't seen any of the movies we mentioned, please do yourself a favor and watch them. Like these movies, they really have such a special place in our hearts, and
And even like some of the movies that you mentioned that I haven't seen, I'm gonna go and
Yeah,
watch
and
them.
same with you.
So like, you know, we're learning from each other. You guys can learn from us, and hopefully have like a pen and paper down.
It's such a genuine, happy,
Yeah.
loving environment with these movies, like how we feel about them.
Exactly.
And we wouldn't want it any other way. Like, this is our genre.
Yeah.
You know?
Love it. And we just want to share it with you guys and let you guys know what some of the amazing movies that make us freak out.
Yeah, clearly, whether it's
And-
crying or screaming.
Yeah, exactly. So we just wanted to let you guys know and share it with you guys because that's why we're all a beautiful horror community. All right, so that is the end of this video. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Headphone users, beware.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Oh my god. But we hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was super fun to film.
So much fun.
And also let us know any of your top 3s from any decades or just your top 3 movies in general. It's
Yeah.
so hard.
It's so
we would
hard,
never do that.
But we would love to hear your opinions.
Yeah, like your opinions, if you've seen any of these movies, and yeah, just let's all talk about horror movies.
Because that's the best thing to ever talk about ever. So we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.